What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another preview. If I'm live, I'm live. I think I'm live. Am I live? I'm live now. Messed up again. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a preview. We had a good week off. No Juve, basically. Didn't watch much international break, just away from football, which was good. But now it's back to reality because we play on Sunday, 6 o'clock. One of those hours we look rubbish for a long time this season, but on 6 o'clock we top we top it off. We look. I cannot remember a game at 6 o'clock where we looked actually good this season. Maybe somebody can remember me, but we play Lazio, who have a new coach, Tudor. Who need to win. I don't think Lazio are not Lazio are not in a good position as well in the league. Sarri left. They didn't sack Sarri, but Sarri left because he basically said I cannot work here in this environment. Basically, it's not gonna work what I want to do. So he left, and Tudor came in. So that's that. There's a coaching change. There could be a reaction. I don't know how many Lazio players actually left on international duty. Maybe somebody else knows in the chat. But Lazio are not having a good season. I think they're ninth in the league or 10th. One of those positions. I think they're ninth in the league. Excuse me. They are still in the hunt for Europa League places, I guess. They lose a lot of games this season. I wrote it down. They lost 12 games this season. Lazio lost 12 games this season. Monza, Torino, Genoa, Udinese, they all lost less games. So they do lose a lot of games. Lazio. The difference is compared to the other ones, they don't draw. They win or they lose, basically, if you compare it to the rest. But they're not having a good season. Before Sarri left, they won away to Frosinone 3-2, I think. I think they would lost. They lost at home against Udinese, obviously. Bayern against Milan with those three red cards that game. Lost against Fiorentina, lost against Bologna. So the bigger games, they are losing the bigger games. And, if you're just going off that, you might suggest, hey, they're gonna lose again against the quote unquote bigger team in us. We don't play well away to Lazio lately. Not the best of games. At home, for some reason, we steam roll them, no matter what the form is, no matter how good Lazio are. I remember the Morata season where we're like, oh man, we won, with great ease, and it was all Lazio that season, or all the talk was about Lazio, and we just went in there and we won. We did our thing. So I think going into this game as well, against Lazio, obviously we need to win. The title is ultimate must-win game. I think that speaks just for itself that we need to win that game. There's no ifs, there's no buts. I don't know how we're gonna win that game, but we have absolutely no choice, because I will bring it up again really quickly. Our next three games are Lazio at home, away, excuse me, Lazio in the Coppa Italia, but I'm talking strictly about Serie A right here, because we play Lazio again on Tuesday. We play Lazio again on Tuesday, which is it fun? It's not fun, but we play Lazio again on Tuesday in the Coppa Italia. But I'm talking about the league. We have Lazio away, Fiorentina at home, and Torino away. Those three games, if we pick up 1 point out of those, 2 out of 9, because we play Lazio, Fiorentina, Torino. If we pick up 2 out of 9 points, we are screwed. We need to win all 3 of them. I don't know how we're gonna do it, because I will remind you really quickly. Atalanta have a game in hand, by the way, but the Atalanta next 3 games are Napoli away, Cagliari away, and Verona at home. Excuse me. Winnable games. Maybe Napoli. The other 2 extremely winnable games. Now, if you look at Roma, their next 3 games, and not Europa League, obviously, they have Lecce. They play Lecce, excuse me, and they play Lazio. So they have Lecce, They have Lazio, which is winnable, for them because they're in better form. And then they have Udinese, winnable games. And if you look at Bologna to top it off, Bologna in the next 3 games, well, they have Salernitana, Frosinone, and Monza. They're probably going to win all 3 of those games. If we pick up 2 points, let's say we pick up 2 points out of the next 3 games, and the other teams pick up 7, 6, oh boy, like we are in massive, massive trouble right now because the form suggests we are going to pick up 2 points out of 9 at best. That's what the form is suggesting because I don't think, and let me know in the chat, maybe somebody actually is extremely confident that we're going to beat Lazio. I'm not confident we're going to beat Lazio. I'm not even confident we're going to beat Fiorentina nor Torino. I'm not confident going away to Cagliari right now. 1 win out of 8, there's no confidence. And if we do not win this game, we are a mess. Because if we do not win this game, I don't know, like if a 2-week break was not helpful to get away from whatever this is, and to clear your heads and be like, okay, we need to go again. Whatever we think about formations, whatever happened, from now until from the start of the season until now, or from that Empoli game until now, 2 weeks off. Forget about it. We come back. We kind of act like that never happened. That's basically the mindset they need to have. Just go again. Start from nothing. Basically, forget about the last 8 games, which were a complete disaster. Because if you do not win at least 2 of the if the next 3 games, we are in big, big, big trouble. Because Bologna are going to win their games, in my opinion. Atalanta are going to win at least 2 of the next 3 games. And I think Roma are going to win all 3 of their next 3 games. Like, imagine them going, like, in 1 week's time from now. Like, let's be serious. The weekend of the 13th, basically, or whatever, we can be 9 points ahead. We can go to 2, 3. It can be easily done. Like, it can go really quickly. Actually, this weekend, it could be 6 points. And the following weekend, it can be 4 points. Like, it can go extremely well. And then what? Because this team has shown no mentality, no heart, no desire. They're panicking. They're not clicking. They're not doing anything. Like, they're not fighting for whatever there is to fight right now, because that's the feeling they have. Now, imagine if they look back, and they see, oh, it's not 9 points, it's 4, but like it's 5. Well, last weekend it was 9. Like, how do you think the collapse will be if they will see that? Like, they were, I don't know, 1,000 points ahead of them. Now it's 9 again. I will bring it up again really quickly because we play the Coppa Italia. Forget about it right now. Like, we need to win the Coppa Italia, but we need that money from that Champions League. We desperately need it. We absolutely need it. And like I said, the 13th, we play Torino at 6 o'clock. Probably another... is that another Saturday? Which is absolutely ridiculous if that's another Saturday. The 13th is... It's another Saturday. Goddamn. I hate it. But... So in 2 weeks' time, again, it could be 3 points. It could be easily done. Then what? Then how is this weak team, mentality-wise, playing style-wise, whatever, gonna cope with it? I don't see how they're gonna do it. I absolutely have no idea how they're gonna get out of this slump. And for some reason, my chat is not loading really quickly. Let me fix that. What the hell is this? Okay, let me bring this up. Yeah, I'm saying I can't watch the game Saturday, but I'll make a prayer because we will get smoked by Lazio. We'll talk about that in a sec. Apex say we might get a draw. Hey Norbert, I remember when you said 6 weeks ago that it was almost impossible to bottle the lead on the 15th. Still, we'll find a way to do it. Yeah, like it should be impossible. Like it should be, but we are finding a way to absolutely do that. Like let's not kid ourselves. We find a way to do that. You know, we're on pace to do that basically. Hi Ryan. I'm not that confident for the rest of the season, to be frank. Every game is a must win. We say I don't buy until both Allegri and the players make the difference. Otherwise, Dan Plus managers are making a fool out of themselves and keep losing their their money. If we win this upcoming game, okay, fine, but it's not enough. We'll see the other game. If we win the upcoming games, I think if we win against Lazio, I think that should do the trick. Like, this game is absolutely key, because if you win against Lazio away, a game that everybody's looking at, and like, even though the situation Lazio are in, everybody's looking at that, and you're like, you're gonna lose that game. The form you're in, the mess you're in, you're gonna lose that game. If we win that game against Lazio, for me, that's a turning point. Then they probably will go out and, just scrape it, whatever, but they will make it. I guess. If you beat Lazio, the confidence is there again. You should house your way a win against Fiorentina somehow, and it's probably done. You still have Cagliari, Salernitana, Monza on the final day. You'll probably make it because some of them play each other. But if you do not win on Saturday, we are a mess. Like, a point is not enough on Saturday, and damn it. A point is not enough on Saturday. If we pick up a point, it will feel like a loss, because I think Bologna play before us, right? Is it on Saturday? That's pressure, actually. that's even more funny, to be honest. No, Bologna do not play, or do they play on Friday? Does somebody play on Friday? Let me quickly check. No. So again, if you do not win, like, a point is not good enough. It's not that, it's a point. Like, we need to win. We need to win games right now. We don't have a choice. We absolutely do not have a choice other than win the game against Lazio. Now, again, I'm doing it today, so I do not know what Allegri is going to say. As of now, everybody's quote-unquote fit. I think the big question mark is... Actually, it's not a question mark. It's who's going to start up top. Is it going to be Chiesa and Yildiz, or is it going to be Chiesa and Keane? It's going to be Chiesa and Keane. Like, he's going to start Keane. Why? Because he didn't start Yildiz in his best moment, and now away Keane in training all the time because he wasn't on international duty. I think he's going to play Keane. Do I agree with that? No, but I think he will score. I think he will score on Sunday. He hasn't scored for a year, which is it's unbelievable. I don't know when Alcaraz is going to be fit. And actually, at this point, I don't even care anymore. Like, I'm at that stage where I'm like, whatever, Vlahovic is going to be a big miss. It's going to be a big miss, but Keane is going to start, and it is what it is. Like, there are no excuses. I don't want to go into the Lazio game and be like, oh, Keane is going to play. What? Like, you messed it up in the previous 8 games. Like, top 4 should have been wrapped up by now. You should have beaten Udinese at home. Verona, Empoli, Genoa. Like, that's like, let's say 8 points more. Or 7. Like, even 7 points more. Like, let's say 7 points. That would be like 16 points ahead or something like that. It would have been done. But you messed it up. And now there's no ifs and buts, like I said earlier on. Now you need to go to Lazio and you need to beat Lazio. You just need to beat Lazio. That's it. They're not having a good season. I know they have a new coach. There will be a reaction. Will there be a reaction of unity, like just going to close up shop, nick a goal? Or are they going to come out and play some good football? Because Lazio, they don't have anything to lose. Like, there's no pressure of relegation. There's no pressure of top 4 of this. They need to get into Europe, but like, the pressure is different. The pressure on Juve is you're losing top 4, and Bologna, Roma, Atalanta, they're not slowing down. They're coming for you. They're on pace to absolutely push ahead of you, and you're on pace, or we are on pace to go where Lazio are. Like, it's not like it's an epic meltdown we're having. Like, epic. It's absolutely epic. And people need to realize that. I don't think the players realize that. I don't think Allegri is realizing that, because after the Genoa game, he said it's a good point, or like, we didn't concede a shot or whatever. That's something to build on. I'm like, that's talk of that man walking, basically, because you cannot say that 1 win out of 8. You absolutely cannot do that. Basically, it cannot happen. So let's see. But that's basically the lineup talk. Let me see. It's better. Is it better? It's better, in my opinion. Should be 3-4-2 formation. Yildiz, Keane, and Chiesa. Forget about formations now. Like, it's too late on the season to actually talk about setups and all those things. It's done. Like, it's done. They will play. They're gonna play the football Allegri wants them to play. ugly, grinding it out, showing heart, showing passion. That's the game they're going to need to play from now until the end of the season and just win games, grind out wins. Otherwise, like it's not gonna, like, it's pointless to talk about formations, setup, style of play. It's pointless. 9 games, win out of 8. Like there's no style. Just just play and somehow find a way to win. That's just what it is. Regarding the Bologna game, they will play against Sanitana 2 days after our game. Yeah, I just looked it up. So, uh, yeah, they can put pressure on us ahead of that Fiorentina game if we don't beat Lazio. And does anyone really believe we're gonna beat Lazio? Who's in the chat or who's gonna watch? Let me know in the comments, because my prediction is I usually do not predict losses, but I'm gonna predict a loss. I think we're gonna lose 2-1 again. I don't think we're gonna beat Lazio. I don't see how we're gonna beat Lazio. I've not seen anything in the last 8 games to suggest we're gonna beat Lazio. The um even the Napoli game, where we created chances, we didn't took them. Like that's what you need to know right now. Even in those type of games where like you should have been winning, you're not winning. Like you're not winning. So I don't see how we're gonna beat Lazio. I have absolutely no clue. And that has nothing to do with he doesn't play Yulis, or he doesn't play Junior, or he doesn't play Miretti, or he plays McKennie in that position, or he plays Keane, whatever. It has nothing to do with that right now. It's just the mindset. The players look deflated. The players look like they have accepted this meltdown, and they're just looking at Allegri and they're like, I don't know. And Allegri's looking back at them and he's like, I have absolutely no idea as well what to do. That's how it feels. It feels like they're all looking at each other and nobody has an answer. Nobody has anything. Like the fighting spirit is gone. Like the bare minimum on this team right now is absolutely gone. Like everything is gone. There's no fight. There's no solidness. There's like there's absolutely nothing to go on and say, huh. Keep in mind, people say, Lazio, like a new coach, Sarri decided to step down. It wasn't really toxic. It was toxic between him and the board. That's why he left. He said, like, I'm not working with this board because Lotito was a madman. But it wasn't that the players were actually mutinying towards him, because if you read out the reports, he said, if I'm the problem, if I think I'm the issue, I will walk. And he said, I'm the issue. I'm going to walk, basically. So it could be that Tudor comes out all firing and absolutely smokes us, like many think. I think we're going to lose 2-1. And I think this is the first time I predicted a loss since maybe... I didn't even predict a loss when we played PSG, I think. I said we're still going to draw. But in this situation, I don't see a way out of it. I don't see how we're going to get away from this slump. Now, if we win this game, I think it will do the trick. I think we'll find a way to pick up the points we need against Fiorentina and even Torino, and just look at the rest, play each other and drop points among themselves. Really quickly again, before I wrap this one up, because I don't have much to say also because it's very early and I don't have lineups and quotes, but I want to do this really quickly. Atalanta. Who Atalanta play? Excuse me. Matches. Atalanta, really quickly again, who they still have to play in the league. They play Napoli, like I said. They don't play Fiorentina. I made a mistake. That was a Coppa Italia, by the way. So the next game are Napoli, Cagliari, and Verona. So they play Cagliari, they play Verona, they play Monza, they play Liverpool in between twice. They play Monza, they play Empoli, Salernitana, Roma. That's a head-to-head. Lecce, Torino. Atalanta's schedule is easy from now until the end of the season. It's extremely easy, in my opinion. Roma, they play Lazio, the derby, in the Serie A, obviously. They play Udinese, they play Bologna, head-to-head. They play Napoli, they play us, they play Atalanta, they play Genoa, and they play Empoli. They have a tough schedule. I think they have the second toughest schedule. And then Bologna, Bologna play Salernitana, Frosinone, Monza, Roma, Udinese, Torino, Napoli, us, and Genoa. It's crazy that we need to compare ourselves to Bologna. It is what it is, but because they are finding ways to win games, especially also Roma, and we cannot say, they're beating Empoli by. We're not beating Empoli. We're not beating Verona. We're not beating Udinese and Genoa. So we cannot say, they're beating the small teams. We're not doing that. If we done that, we would be sitting here and be like, okay, is Allegri going to say yes or no? But we're not doing that. So my prediction is a 2-1 L. And I'm being generous. I just think we're gonna lose. I don't see how we're gonna win this game. So let me know in the comments or in the chat what you think your prediction is. Again, not a big preview because I don't have much to say on this. I will have a lot to say post game, where I'll do my match reaction, and also I'll be live. You guys can call in Saturday post game, and hopefully with a win. I don't care how, just win. But I don't think we're gonna do it. So that's that. 1-0, 97-minute Gatti set piece header, or Lazio own goal for the win. Well, those are the extremes we're actually dealing with right now. It wouldn't actually be surprising if something insane like that happened. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's it for me. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. We're getting close to 5K as well, so do that, and I will see you guys post game on Saturday again for a live show.